In a world where everything is unscripted, this is Roasty, Toasty, Ghosty.
Hello? Is
Hello.
anybody out there?
Everybody?
Is everybody out there? Is everyone here who is supposed to be here?
I hope so.
So far it's going great.
Yeah, you mean the happy-sode?
The happy-sode. It's a happy-sode.
Yeah, happy-sode.
My pants are wet.
Oh, okay. I thought you were cracking. I'm
My
like,
pants.
What are you cracking now?
My pants.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's... I said cracking, not crapping.
You said it. You're funny.
Yep. Okay.
What else do we have to say right now before we start?
We just went for a walk.
We did, and that was fun.
Yeah, and it started raining.
And I got mosquito bites on the back of my neck.
Yeah.
I'm really itchy.
Oh, yes. You started itching like crazy.
Yeah, and yeah, we're wet.
Yep.
Wet people.
Yes. It looks like I'm crying. Mm-hmm. For like the first time in my life.
I've seen you cry before.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. But not for real, though.
There were tears.
Yes, but I didn't cry because I was sad.
I don't know.
Few people have seen that.
Very few?
Yeah.
How many? Exactly. Count.
I mean, my parents and my sister.
Have they seen you cry?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, how embarrassing.
Yeah. But that was when I was a kid.
Yeah.
You know, so that's different. I don't think I have cried because of sadness in my adult life.
Okay.
That's not good. I don't think that's good.
I don't know. It's probably not good.
But I can't really help it because I just don't cry that much.
Maybe that's something to talk to our special guest about.
Yeah.
Maybe she can break you.
Help me cry?
Maybe she'll break you.
Yeah. You can never stop me from crying after that.
Yeah. You're gonna be like in a crying coma for 3 months.
Yeah. Wow. Working. Wow.
No, you have to be called out sick.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
You have to be called out. Like someone else has to do it for you.
Yeah, you have to.
You're in such a depressed state
Yeah,
that you can't talk.
Doctor's
Doctor's note.
note, yeah.
Too depressed to work.
Yeah.
Can't stop crying. Unable to function.
Yep.
Due to emotional state.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would be good. Good for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so I have taken over 20,000 steps every day this week.
That's crazy. Very good.
Yeah, I'm kind of proud of myself.
Kind of?
But, I mean, yeah.
Not really.
Not really.
No.
No.
Not completely.
I mean, I could always be better.
I think 20 is pretty good when you double your goal.
Yeah.
That's good.
But then again, you have done way better with the weight thing. But I have been good with what I eat.
Yeah.
I mean, some other things do contain sugar. I mean, like I eat yogurt every morning before work. That contains sugar, right? Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure because it's sweet.
Yeah. Then it probably has sugar.
Yeah. But it's not that much.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't make a big difference. And, yeah. And then I eat fruits, which has...
Natural sugars.
No, it's fruit sugar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's natural sugar.
Yeah. That's okay. It's not really bad.
No.
It's
okay.
If you eat it, you know, with the fruit.
Yeah.
And not, like, extract it from the fruit.
Why would you extract the fruit sugar from the fruit?
No, but...
Just to eat it?
I don't know, but that's what Google told me.
Oh.
As long as you don't extract it and don't eat the fruit, it's good for it.
Okay.
So, I guess...
So Google suggested that it was possible to extract the fruit sugar from the fruit and then just eat that and not the fruit.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like, I want this fruit, but I just want the sugar in it. Nothing else.
Exactly.
How do you do that?
I'm sure someone knows how to do that.
All right.
But I don't think I'm not that interested in. I guess you have to like boil the fruit up or to, you know.
Separate
Yeah, exactly.
stuff, maybe.
Yeah, somehow.
That sounds like a lot of work
Yeah.
just for sugar
Yes.
and not fruit.
Exactly.
No, it's not just the cutting down on the carbs, but I also like take a break from eating for like at least 16 hours, but it usually ends up being longer than that.
You're fasting?
I do that.
You know who you should talk to.
But no, it's not really fasting though, is it? Because you said it's just taking a break from eating. It's
I
not
said
really a
that?
fast. Yeah.
Did I?
Yeah.
Well, that was cool.
Okay.
I didn't hear myself say that.
Oh, well, you've said it before.
Okay, yeah.
Not today. Previously.
Well, that shows that I'm a genius.
You are. I'm just taking a break from eating. It's not really a fast.
No.
After dinner, I was just not eating anything until lunch.
True.
And I brought the eggs with me because I was hoping that the time would end by breakfast, but it never really did.
Okay.
It was always after. So I was like, I guess I'll just wait. And it was a nice snack after work.
Yeah.
Before going to the gym.
True. And eggs are good for you.
Yeah. High protein, low carbs. It's good.
Yeah. Have you tried raw eggs?
No.
I feel like I've asked you this before.
Have you?
Have I? Or
Well,
was it you?
I don't know
I
if
feel
you've
like
asked
we've
me.
been talking about this before.
I don't know. Have you done it?
Yeah.
Why and when? And how'd it go?
Years ago. It went well.
Was it gross? Not appetizing, I guess.
No, but it wasn't the worst.
Okay. Well, you eat shrimp too, so you'll eat anything.
Yeah. Well, not mushrooms.
Okay. Well, you
I
have, but you didn't enjoy it.
No. I can eat mushrooms. It's not a big deal, but my stomach really don't like mushrooms.
Okay.
So no,
You get a stomach ache?
I do.
Like, does it feel like someone's stabbing you?
I don't remember.
Okay, let's try it and see what happens.
Yeah, first have your mushrooms, then I take out the knife.
No.
No, I don't really care for the taste either.
Okay.
I guess I get like, magknip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It gets tight.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's probably what I get from it. And
Maybe you're just sensitive to the mushrooms.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fine. I get reactions to the cantarills.
Yeah, I like that you
What?
you said it was fine that I had my problems with mushrooms.
I mean, that's fine.
That's fine. That's okay.
No, because I'm relating to you because I have reaction to the cantarills where it feels like someone's stabbing me in the stomach.
Yeah.
So it's kind of the same in a way, in a sense. But yeah, I end up getting stuck on the couch or in bed for hours.
Yeah.
Because it hurts, but they're good. I like them. It's awful.
Yeah. I don't think it's worth it.
I guess not.
Since I don't really like the taste of it and, consistency, texture. Thing.
Yeah.
Is that what you say? Yeah. No.
Is that what she said? What?
Is that what you say?
Oh. Is that what she said? Like, are you trying to make a joke?
Yep. I don't like texture.
Anyway.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
We're not even anywhere.
No, we haven't started yet.
We're changing the subject.
Yeah.
Let's open this up.
Yes.
Opening up the episode.
No.
Oh, I got it this time.
Good.
Have new sips today.
Yeah.
Different kind of sips.
Yes. Is Nocco a Swedish thing? Or
Cheers.
Cheers.
Bonk. A Swedish thing? I don't know.
I don't know, because I only hear Swedes talking about it.
Nocca.
Nocco.
Oh, Nocco. I'm always going to call it Noka. I don't care.
Nokia.
No care.
Ha ha ha.
I don't know. Do we really have to know this?
I have to.
Is this necessary?
Yes,
It has
is.
pant. It must be Swedish.
Yeah.
It doesn't say on the
so
can.
does Red Bull, so...
That's a Swedish thing too, I think.
Okay.
Everything is Swedish.
Sure.
Everything in Sweden is Swedish.
And Monster.
Monster is also Swedish.
Yeah.
It actually has English words, you know, the text
This one?
on monsters.
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah.
Like the description thing on the back. How big are monsters? This is 330.
Is it 500?
That's too much.
Too much.
Too much.
Okay.
Why don't they make mini monsters? Wouldn't that be adorable? I want a mini monster that's half the size.
Yeah.
Like 250. It's smaller than this. Mini monsters.
Yeah, I
Monster, get onto this.
mean 250, that's Red Bull.
It's like a good size, though.
Yeah, and the
regular
cheaper
monsters
ones.
are too much.
You know the one we bought at Dollar Store? Mm-hmm. That was 250.
Yeah. I want mini monsters.
Yeah. Okay, so Nocco is Swedish.
Okay.
It is.
All right.
Just wanted to say that.
Awesome.
Nocco Cola.
Coca-Cola. And it's okay.
It's okay.
All right. 89.
Yep.
Hello and welcome to Roasty Toasty Ghosty. I am one of the hosties, Lauren.
Yeah, and I am the other one, Mattias.
The other hostie.
Yeah.
You're the ghosty.
Okay, I can be the ghosty.
I'm the hostie, you're the ghosty.
Ha ha ha.
Kind of, because you
Yeah.
just kind of sit there and say, yeah.
True. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I messed it up.
Yes, and we are going to be your favorite people for the next 20 minutes. And then you're going to have more favorite people later.
Yeah.
We have an unusual episode today.
Yes.
Which is very exciting.
Yes,
Very, very
even
exciting.
more unusual than last week's.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
yeah, because last week's was so special.
Very special. Every episode is special.
Okay.
But this one is even more special because, you know, I said the title of the
Not the episode.
No, the podcast
Yes.
is Roasty Toasty Ghosty.
Yes.
So people would assume we talk about ghosts
Yeah.
and scary stuff maybe. But no, that's not the case. But today we have a special guest that will be coming on in the second half.
Yeah.
Who is a medium. So we will be talking a little bit ghosties
Yeah.
for once. So you'll have to stick around for that for the second half. First, you have to deal with the boring first half.
Oh yeah, us talking.
Us talking
Blah.
and just saying
Yeah,
words. Yeah.
I'm gonna say yeah.
You're going to say yeah, and I'm going to say all the other words that I have to say.
And I just want to say that I have a ghosty watching me at all times. It's
Oh, my tattoo, my ghosty tattoo.
yeah,
Yeah. Matthias, you are here.
I am.
Are you excited to be here?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. How are you doing right now?
Right now I'm pretty good. I would say so. I am a little bit wet
From what?
from being outside in the rain. But other than that, I mean, it really woke me up. Because I was kind of tired before.
Me too. I was falling asleep
Yeah.
a bit.
No, I'm good.
Awesome.
And how are you?
I am also really good. I'm feeling better.
Very.
I'm breathing.
I'm feeling better.
No, I'm feeling better. I'm doing okay.
Good.
Good.
Fine. If you say so.
Do you wanna talk about your week? Your very exciting week.
I mean, yeah, sure. Let's talk about the week. I mean,
What did we do last weekend? Last Saturday, I know that I took my daughter into town and we went shopping a bit. Yeah, I feel like that's pretty much all we did
yeah.
that I can think of right now. Yeah, we went clothes shopping because her birthday is coming up soon. And we usually get birthday outfits for the kids. So the funny thing is that I was feeling kind of fun, you know, like I do sometimes.
Oh,
I let her pick out an outfit for me.
okay.
I showed you. She picked out these really wide leg pants. They're
Yeah.
kind of comfy, actually. But I feel like a tent.
Okay.
They kind of look like a skirt, but...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And like every time I put them on, she'd laugh at me. So I was like, oh, okay, these are my clown pants now.
Yeah. I said they looked like a skirt. Not,
It looks like a shirt.
It looked like a shirt. A low
On
shirt.
my legs. You're wearing that wrong. It's a shirt.
It has a hole in the crotch.
That's weird.
No, a skirt.
And she also picked out this like knitted white t-shirt. It was kind of cute. I'm not sure when I would ever wear this outfit, but she picked it out for me
On her birthday.
for her birthday.
Yeah. You should have it.
Oh yeah, I'll wear it for her birthday
Yeah.
on Sunday.
Okay. Yeah. This Sunday.
This Sunday, yep.
Very cool.
So when this comes out, her birthday will have already passed.
Yeah. Yeah. It's in the past now.
She'll be a 9-year-old at that point.
So
that's-
old.
She's old. Anyway,
Okay.
that was Saturday.
Saturday. Then
On Sunday,
on Sundays, that's more eventful.
that's when you
Yeah.
come in.
That's what I mean by eventful.
Yeah.
I do something.
What did we do?
We went for walks.
We found trails.
Yes.
We were looking for one that I had heard of, and I had a general idea of where it was, but we couldn't find it.
No?
So we abandoned that and went to a different one.
Yeah.
And we walked that with, it was you, me, my life partner, and all 3 kids.
Yeah.
After that, they were all tired, so I left them all at home. My oldest is old enough to take care of the youngest, or the younger 2, so it was
Yeah.
fine. I trust him.
It was just the kids who
Yeah.
left at home.
So don't call social services on me. He
Already
will.
done.
You already did that? All right, all right. So there's already a case on me.
Yeah.
All right, well, we left them at home.
Well, actually, they stay in the place as we speak.
Oh, okay. They're staring through the windows
Yeah.
that are blocked off.
Yeah.
Okay. We left the kids at home and we went to another trail in the woods.
Yes.
And while we were there, what happened?
We heard thunder,
Yeah.
and then it started to rain.
It rained a lot. We were soaked.
Yeah. It started raining, maybe I should say.
Yeah, that too. That's also true.
Yeah.
It rained and it started raining.
Yeah. It started to rain, and then it was raining.
And then it continued raining
Yeah.
until our clothes were soaked through.
Yeah, well, it continued after that, even.
Yes.
It's not like it stopped when they're wet now. Okay, stop the rain.
Stop the rain, everyone. Good job.
We did it.
No, it rained a lot.
It did.
So, and we were in the middle of the trail.
Yeah.
It's not like we could turn around and go back. We just had to finish it. And so we did that. And then we brought you home, and that was that.
Yeah. That trail was near my school, where I went to school.
Where you went to school, and
Yeah.
the first trail was close to where I live
Yeah.
right now.
Not where you went to school.
Not where I went to school. I didn't go to school there.
No.
No.
But once we saw a guy, a half-naked guy punching the air there.
That's true. We did. It was very weird.
So, yeah, it was like a life lesson.
Yeah, in a way.
If you want to be half-naked and punching air, you should go to that place.
That is a good place to do that. I don't know. People are weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, we did work this week,
Yes,
right?
we did.
We worked all week, and we've been doing pretty good, I believe.
Yes.
With the health-wise, doing well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. I think I biked after work on Monday.
Okay.
I went out for an actual bike ride.
Yeah.
And then I went to the gym on Tuesday, Wednesday, and
We
Thursday. Yeah, we went on Tuesday and Thursday. I went on Wednesday without you. Yeah.
So we went to the gym on Tuesday, then you went to the gym on Wednesday, and then we went to the gym on Thursday.
That's exactly what I said. Yeah.
Well, you didn't say it in order.
Not in order, no. But you did.
Yes,
and so now it's clear
Yeah,
that I went to the gym on Tuesday and Thursday.
Yeah, I don't know
With
why
you.
just said that you went to the gym all those days, because I was there 2 of those.
I don't know. I was just talking about myself.
yeah.
You were also there. That's also a detail.
Yeah, a pretty big one. I'm not small.
No, you're not. And the results of the week?
Hasn't been good.
Not great. All right.
No. What do you mean, results? Like weights?
Yes.
Wise?
Yes.
Yeah, I haven't lost a lot of weight, but
You've dropped about 0.1
each
day.
Yeah.
So that's like 0.5 for the week. That's half a kilo.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's something.
Yeah. I don't know. It's okay. I don't know. Now you wanna talk about you.
Do you want me to talk about me?
If you want to.
I've gone down 2 kilos this week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Very cool.
Are you jealous?
No.
Are you sad? What are you feeling? Tell me your thoughts.
I am disappointed that I haven't lost more weight.
Okay.
That's my thought.
All right.
Because I think I've done pretty good. I should have lost more than what I have.
But something is better than nothing. You're not gaining, which would be worse.
Yeah, but it would be better if I had lost more.
Yeah, of course. It would be better if I lost 10 kilos this week. But I didn't.
Yeah.
That would also be unhealthy. Extremely unhealthy.
Well, I've lost more than 5 kilos, across the board since we started. So
That's really good.
yeah.
That's more than me.
So I guess the first weeks were good for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're doing good.
Thank you.
Don't give up.
No,
Keep going. Now.
I am.
Now. Go.
I went 20,000 steps yesterday.
6 minutes ago.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Right now I'm at 0.
Me too.
We're so lazy.
We're very lazy people. 6 minutes in and we haven't moved one. Like, not one step.
Nope. So, yeah, I mean, that's all about the week. It's Friday today.
And today, can I talk about my day today?
Sure.
Okay, today I went into work late.
Oh, yeah.
Sick child had an appointment at the eye doctor's
Yeah.
to get his eyes checked out again for new glasses. So I started off my day at the same time, same routine and everything like I usually do.
Yeah.
And I did sneak in a really quick workout this morning. And then we went and did the eye appointment and came back. And I dropped him off at daycare, and I went home and ate lunch. Yeah, very exciting. And then I went for a really quick bike ride, and then I went to work.
Yeah, you could have taken 2 bike rides.
I could have, but I felt a little stressed.
Yeah.
So I was like, no, I'm going to go inside and sit down for a few minutes.
Yeah.
And then go to work. So I did that.
Yeah. And I've been working the whole day.
Yeah, all week.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Crazy.
And it's so warm. I've been dying. What was it? It was the day before yesterday. It was Wednesday. I was feeling bold and I wore a gray shirt.
Yeah.
And I was sweating so bad. Apparently...
Then you went to the gym with that.
Yeah. Well, the gym was fine because you're supposed to sweat and people are supposed to...
See what
I've done.
How much you sweat.
Yeah. I mean, the sweat is the proof that you're working hard. And that's kind kind of, you don't want to be just completely dry at the gym, because then people are going to be like, she's not doing anything.
Okay. You really think people think that much about?
Oh my god, I think that people are constantly thinking about me.
Here's a question for you.
Okay.
Do you think about other people? How much they sweat, or?
Yes.
You do?
Yes. So I assume that all of my thoughts about other people are reflecting back at me.
So if you see someone really sweaty, are you thinking, wow, you did a great job, or are you thinking, gross?
Both.
Gross, you did a great job.
Well, my first initial reaction is probably gross. And then, you're doing a really good job. Keep going.
Yeah.
I cheer people on in my head.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Because when I bike to work, there would be people like going by me in the opposite direction. And in my head, I'd be like, go you. Keep going. You got this. You're doing amazing.
Yeah.
Not to myself, of course. For myself, I'm just like, please don't look at me. I'm suffering and dying. And
are you saying that to yourself?
yes, please don't look at me.
Don't look at me.
Don't look at me.
Do you have a mirror with?
Yeah. Don't look.
You have a mirror
in front
so
of me.
You can tell yourself not to look at it.
Don't look at the mirror. I'm not watching where I'm going. I'm avoiding the mirror. So that was that. And
it's still, it's not really Friday, but it was Friday.
Well, the point of this part is that it is Friday.
Yeah, let's say so.
At one point during this part, it was Friday, and we did watch movies.
We did.
It is August. Shut up.
August, shut up. Yep.
It is August 9th. And we watched movies.
Yes, so let's move on.
I would love to move on. Today we watched Bruce Willis movie.
What's the
Last Man Standing.
Yes.
We also watched My Fair Lady. Okay, so I'm going to tell you about Last Man Standing. This is a movie with Bruce Willis. Not Bruce Lee.
No.
The first time I said Bruce Willis, I wanted to say Bruce Lee, but I said Bruce Willis instead.
Okay.
Because that's what I was supposed to say.
Yep.
So Bruce Willis is running away to Mexico, right?
Yeah.
And he gets caught in between two major gangs.
Yes.
And he shows that he's really tough.
Yeah.
He's really good with a gun.
Yeah. It's like a war between the Italians and the Irish, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. And then Bruce Willis, joins one side and, learns their secrets and stuff. And then he quits and he goes to the other side and he learns their secrets and stuff. And he uses the information for them to, kind of sabotage each other.
Yeah.
And he saves someone's life.
Yeah.
And he shoots the bad guys.
Yeah, he doesn't really beat them up.
He doesn't beat them up, but he does shoot bad guys.
He shoots them up.
Yeah, he shoots them up with a gun.
Yeah. Not a syringe.
No, that would be weird. And that's what happened in this movie.
Yeah.
The end. Did I like it? Yeah. Okay. It was a movie. I watched it. It was okay.
It had pretty cool gun fights.
Yes, I agree with that.
Yeah. So this is like a Western type movie.
There are other Bruce Willis movies that I liked more than this.
Yeah, okay.
Sure, it was interesting, but I'm not 100% sure it was a favorite.
No, that's okay.
Because, first of all, I was having a really hard time with the characters and determining who was who, and Christopher Walken was there, and I was like, I don't even know who he is supposed to be, and they kept saying the guy's name, but I never really associated it with Christopher Walken until, the end. It was like, oh, that's who that is.
Yeah, they were talking about characters that hadn't even entered the movie yet.
Yeah.
Before, and
so a lot of it was really confusing. And the other gang leader, Doyle?
Yeah.
I didn't know who that was for the longest time either.
No.
So, yeah, that's why I don't think this is a favorite.
No,
there
okay.
are others that I like more than this.
Yeah.
I did enjoy it, though.
Yeah, and I mean...
It was just confusing.
Bruce Willis plays more of an, like, anti-hero in this one. He's not, like, the best guy, but he's still the good guy. But he has... I mean... He doesn't do all good things. He says, like, he doesn't have a conscience, really.
Yeah.
But he kind of has, though, because he saves the girl and all, so... but I guess he wants to be macho and all that.
Yeah.
What do I think about
What do you think about the movie?
I do like this movie, but like you say, it's maybe not the best one.
Is that your opinion or mine?
I think it's both.
Okay. Because I don't want you changing your opinion just because I gave mine.
No.
Okay.
But I do think there are cool gunfights in this movie. Really well shot and edited. I really like the, especially with the fight scenes or gunfights, because you can tell how fast they are shooting and all that. So yeah, and I mean, as usual in these movies, the bad guys are really lousy shots. They can't shoot Bruce Willis at all.
Yeah.
But he shoots like all of them. But yeah, it's still a pretty good movie, I think.
All right. Good?
Yeah.
Next,
My Fair Lady. My Fair Lady.
Yes. What would you like?
Okay. So this movie stars Audrey Hepburn, and I think it was her, right?
I didn't look.
No,
I didn't read the credits. I'm sorry.
Rex Harrison, I'm pretty sure. And they... okay, so Rex Harrison plays this fancy talking guy who is all about dialects, and he, the kind of British perfect pronunciation and all. And Audrey Hepburn, in the beginning of the movie, she has this Cockney accent, and he doesn't like that, and somehow he does like a bet about changing her accent and behavior to, be a fair lady.
More proper.
Yeah.
So she speaks more proper.
Yeah, a fair lady.
A very fair lady.
And so that's really what this movie is about. And they sing some songs. Is that enough of what this movie is about?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Okay, and now here comes what I think about this movie.
Yeah.
It is very, very long. Almost 3 hours. So I think this could have been trimmed down about like an hour or so, maybe half. But I still think it was better than I expected it to be. It had a little bit of comedy in it, with her accent and all. So I did expect it to be more like just boring, but it wasn't. It was a good surprise though, that it was better than I thought. I think that's a good tip. Just go in expecting all movies to be bad.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, actually, that's not a bad tip. But no, it's not one of my favorites, though. I wouldn't say that. What did you think about this movie?
It was very, very long. I did enjoy it a lot more than I expected as well. I was definitely going in thinking, this is already boring.
Yeah.
The movie didn't even start, and I already assumed it was boring.
Yeah.
But no, I found it pretty interesting. And yeah, there were a few parts that I probably would have trimmed out. And I did kind of start falling asleep towards the end.
Yeah. I don't think any of us really knew what the movie was going to be about.
No.
Because some
idea.
some movies you can kind of tell what it's going to be about.
Yeah.
This was completely blank for me.
Yeah.
So I had no idea what to expect, actually.
Yeah,
So we only had the title to,
to go off
of. But yeah.
No, it was good.
It's better than its title.
Yeah. It was a pretty good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same with this one. If we could edit it,
Yeah.
it could have been a really good movie.
Yeah.
But there are some songs in this movie. Did you have a favorite?
I don't remember. I enjoyed the song in the beginning that ended up getting reprised later.
Oh, yeah.
What was it? Something Loverly.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, I don't...
That one.
Yes, Loverly. I remember that now, too. Yeah, and
That was fun. I think there was another one that I enjoyed, too, but I don't remember anything about it.
No. Wouldn't It Be Loverly?
Yeah.
That was the song.
That was that.
Yes, and my favorite song was With a Little Bit of Luck.
Mm-hmm.
The dad and his co-workers.
Yeah.
I thought that, caught my
attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I hummed it for a while and sang it a little bit afterwards. Thought it was pretty good.
Good. Mm-hmm. And that was that.
Yeah.
Right?
I think...
Fun movie.
Yeah, and also it was kind of weird how the Rex Harrison his character was talk singing. He was singing but talking.
Yeah.
Is that?
Yeah. I was trying to think of who else does that too. I feel like... what's his name? Richard Gere in Chicago?
Yeah.
He does that a bit.
Yeah.
As well.
True. Oh, yeah.
Kind of.
Yes.
I mean, he does sing a little bit more than this guy does, but...
Yeah, no, I remember.
The way that he sings is more like... Yeah,
the song that I said I liked and then you didn't like it. And,
yeah.
And
that's
I
right.
wasn't allowed to like it anymore.
It was the wrong song. You picked the wrong song to enjoy.
Yeah.
Out of all of the songs in Chicago.
Yeah.
You picked that one?
Yeah.
Really?
You're not allowed to like that one.
There's others, that are better.
Yeah, how stupid of me.
No kidding.
Okay, so...
That was that.
That was that. And now it's time for a short break.
Very short break. But please stick around because we're about to have a really fun interview with Monali King, who is a medium and specializes in spiritual stuff, which is way out of my league, but it's going to be really fun, and we'll see if any ghosties appear on the show today. Very exciting.
Yeah.
I am so pumped.
Yeah. What if the ghosts are gonna take over the microphone?
That would be really cool.
Yeah.
And then we'll have another guest.
Yeah.
So yeah, stay for the interview, and we will be right back.
Right back.
Right back. Hello and welcome to the second half of the episode.
Yes.
Very exciting. We are here with Monali and Jess, who are going to talk to us about being a medium and other spiritual fun things. So go ahead and give us a little background and tell us exactly what it is you do and everything.
Okay. I'll start.
You totally start.
Yeah. So, as we were just discussing, I'm 31. So this all opened up for me when I was 19-ish. Yeah, I think it was about 19. I was in school. I was going to school for baking and pastry at Johnson & Wales down in Rhode Island. And I was at home and I was working with a friend of mine who did like past life hypnosis. And she was into all sorts of, if you lack for a better word, like witchy things. And she was like, well, you can't really sit and like focus at school. Why don't we do some meditation and like tapping? And so I basically started doing a meditation and I came out of it and I started seeing auras. So that's like just an energetic field around you. At first it was just white. And I was like, once I understood what your aura was, which is what the representation of your chakra system. So your energetic points aligned in you. I was like, wait, you can see them in color. So I was like begging the universe to see them in color. And so like about, I don't know, a week and a half into asking, I started seeing color around people's shoulders that would represent one part of the chakra or a chakra. And then I would see a different color around the head, which was a different chakra. And then pretty soon after that, I started seeing spirits connected to the person's auric field. And I was like, what is going on? So, and this is all during school. So I was very distracted. I already have ADD. So this was like ADD on crack. It was awful. And then it basically started to continue to open up. I was able to then sense people's medical issues. So then the medical intuitive piece came through. And then I started sensing people's trauma. I could see it in their head stored. And if a friend of mine who I was working with, one that did the meditation with me, gave me this article from like Time magazine, I think, that showed how they would do scans and they could see different types of trauma stored in the person's brain by doing, what is it called? Infrared.
Oh, infrared scanning. Yeah.
Whatever that is.
Yeah.
And I literally was drawing it before and then it would match. And I was like, well, this is crazy. I just kept asking her, I'm like, am I crazy? Am I crazy? She's like, no. So, but that's basically how it started for me. And I didn't really know how to handle it at the time. I was just like, whoa. So I kind of had a nervous breakdown at the beginning in the sense of like being like, wow, okay, how do I like talk to normal people? But also I'm sensing all sorts of stuff. So that's how it opened up for me.
It was kind of weird for me. Like I've always known and been drawn to like witches. I would always joke with my therapist. Actually, my friends would be off playing like unicorn club and some of the sports ones and all that stuff. And I would be like over there with freaking pine needles and mud, like mixing shit and making concoctions and having my own little coven. Weird.
I didn't know that about you.
Well, another really weird thing too is the person that I'm currently divorcing from. He has direct descendant from not only Lizzie Borden from Massachusetts. Oh yes, that one. Lizzie Borden took an axe, but a direct descendant from a Salem witch. But I have been told by many people I was an Irish swamp witch in my former life, and I just got my DNA test back. And it's 50% Irish, 22% Scottish. And I'm just like, oh my God, maybe. So I've always kind of been drawn to that. And like, you've been on my Facebook for some while. So, you know, like I made little spell jars and I would wrap crystals and all that stuff. But I was in such a negative environment, I couldn't thrive.
Right.
So once I left that, my abilities really kind of came to show. I like randomly picked up oracle cards and tarot cards one day and I was just messing around, right? And I'm like, this is a fun hobby. Like, who doesn't like to shuffle cards? And all of a sudden, my shit started to become real. And I was like, what? Like, I thought I was just playing, but I wasn't. Like, I did a reading. I think this is what solidified it for me. I did a reading for one of your past classmates, actually. And in it, it said that there was a male coming forward. But I was like, I don't feel there's romantic energy here because this person is married. And so I'm like, it's not. And I'm like, are you pregnant? You're going to have a boy. And then I pulled another card and it was basically like, this is not meant to happen right now. And then the third card was, everything will be okay in the end. This is what you needed. She contacts me a month later and she was pregnant with a baby boy and she had a miscarriage. That is when I was just like, oh, this isn't just for fun. This is like realsies. And this person also has a gift. And she was one of the ones that helped me because she brought my great grandmother forth first. And like, there was confirmation there that she had a gift that she shunned. So it was just kind of all this like spiritual things. And I was drawn to this situationship and he's a spiritual Norse heathen. It was just wild. Like the universe was just trying to get me ready for something. And now I'm at peace and in my element and I can actually hone in on my gift with my girl.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, it's wild.
How are you doing now?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, you're so sweet. I'm actually thriving.
Good.
Like, it was the best thing ever.
Yeah.
Not to like give you too much, but when I went to therapy, my mom and my dad and I had a very turbulent trip when Isaac was 6 months. And so on the way back home, I was like, I need a therapist. I can't do this. So I've been working with her for 3.5 years, and she's a godsend. And she looked at me after we did some work about my mom, and she was like, Jess, you married your mom. And I was like,
no.
well, I never had modeled what a healthy relationship looked like, right? I thought that shit was normal. You're supposed to walk on eggshells. The person's supposed to come first. Fuck your feelings. Whoops, sorry. Can I say that? Sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. Go ahead.
Okay. Fuck your feelings. But it wasn't like that, And so I did the work. When you go to therapy, you can't just sit there and listen. You have to be willing to do the work outside. And it's hard and it's uncomfortable and you'll cry and you'll hate everyone and you'll shun people. But you come to this beautiful realization. And that's like where I am right now. It really is. I'm great. I really am great.
Good. It's really
Thank
good
you for asking.
I've been, silently being concerned about you.
I love you. You're so great. Thank you so much.
From a very long distance.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure you're one of the ones that wanted to congratulate me.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I'm also divorced. Yeah. So I get it.
More power to you. I'm so proud of you.
Thank
Girl,
you.
it takes a lot to leave.
It took way too long.
I'm so proud of you.
We're here. We're in a different place.
You're an empath, aren't you?
Completely different person now.
Are you an empath?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. He was a narcissist, huh?
Yeah.
We just want to fix him and we can't. It's a personality disorder, girl. Tap the door. So fucking proud of you.
It's also more like I want to have all the responsibilities and take care of the man-child.
Yes, I don't want to do that. I'm raising a 3-year-old, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to have a college frat boy here.
Right.
Like, pick up your beer bottles, bro. Yeah.
All right.
No, thank you.
Let's talk more about the business side. You said you're doing this full time now, right?
Yeah. So, so where are we at? We're in August, the beginning of August. So I got fired. So I was a drug and alcohol counselor for the last 5 years. So basically, after I went to school for my baking thing back at 19, I decided that was not for me. After a couple of years, I kind of just died on the inside slowly. I was like drinking way too much, so I got sober. And then I'm like, what am I going to do with my life? Yeah, what am I going to do with my life? So then I did like elderly care, and then I did child care, and I'm still like, what am I going to do with my life? Because I wasn't ready to like come out of the closet that I was like a psychic medium, like on like a huger like platform. Like my friends and family knew, and I had done readings for people. So then I went back to school. So I went back to school for my degree in forensic psychology with the hope that I'd eventually be working with the cops to help on the psychic level find people, which hasn't happened yet, but I keep putting it out that's going to happen. But then
we have it listed as a price.
Yeah. Then over the last 5 years, I ended up doing my, so I did counseling. I did drug and alcohol counseling. And a month ago, I got fired. And I was like, I got fired because I was spending too much time with the clients and not enough time doing paperwork. So I was
a secretary if she's good.
No one likes paperwork.
No, it was awful. It was so awful. So then
you also have dead people and living people talking to you. So that's like a lot.
So like, what am I going to do? So I was like, I'm not ready to go back into a 40-hour work a week, soul sucking job. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to take some time. And I took some time. And then I met Jess through Kismet of Events over like 3 weeks ago. And we kind of just clicked. And then I was
soulmates. We're in a relationship. It's just not romantic.
Yeah. She's my girl. So she and I were talking and I was like, hey, like, I don't always go off right off. And I'm like, hey, like, I talk to dead people. I don't do that level of like, so I was just like, hey, do you like do tarot cards? And she's like, oh my gosh. So she sent me a picture on Facebook of all of her decks. And I was like, huh, okay. I'm like, well, she's like, why don't we like do some readings? I'm like, okay. So I brought my deck, which I don't use. I just use it for myself when I'm like stressing out about something. So I'm like, well, how about I do a reading for you first?
It was awesome.
And so I give her a reading.
Bawling.
And then she's like, well, now I know why you don't need the deck to do a reading. So then I'm like, okay.
It's really just like for show because people don't believe what people like her can do. Yeah. So she's like, okay, I guess I'll show you these cool tools.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what I bring him. Anyway, so then Jess was like, I'm going to make a post on Facebook. I'm like, okay. And I'm like, okay. And in my head, I'm like, yeah, okay. And then
I was trying to be humble. I was like, girl, this is going to blow up. A lot of people love me. Like,
and I was like, that's nice. Like, you seem like this is the first time I hung out with her. And I'm like, so literally the next morning I woke up to like, I don't even know how many messages. And I was like, whoa. And I'm like, that gave me the confidence to realize, yeah, this is really what I'm wanting to do. And so literally the last 3 weeks, I've been doing readings. I do 2 in the mornings, and then I have the rest of the day because it just takes that much out of me, but in like a good way. So right now I'm in the process of figuring out the website part and how do I continue to have people like spread the word without just like word of mouth.
right.
So that's kind of what my project is for today and tomorrow is just kind of figuring that
We're
out.
finishing out the website.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and reach out. Maybe I was thinking, do some YouTube things where you do a collective reading, maybe that resonates for a lot of people. Just little clips to kind of get it out there. That
And this is why she's good with that stuff. I'm not. I'm just like, give me the person to read. I'm good. This is why I struggled with doing counseling in the sense of like paperwork. I'm not left brain, or what is it? Left brain that's creative, the right brain.
right brain's creative.
Oh yeah, I'm very right brain. I am
Me
not
too.
left brain. So that's where I'm
It's
at.
taking
But,
like it's taking everything in me not to like offer website services because I used to make websites.
Oh, really?
But I don't really have the platform anymore for it. But if you have questions, I'd be willing to answer.
And later I pick your brain a little bit, but that's basically where I'm at. So it's all a trial and error. I keep getting really well guided with spirit for me and people, like meeting people literally that are like, oh, this is like my love. So I keep putting it out to the universe. Like send me somebody who's good at websites or who's good at the business side of things. So I know my strengths. That is not. I can talk to dead people. I can see manifested shit. I'm like, that is not mine. And I know that.
Tell her you manifested me.
Oh yeah. So like a few months ago, I was like, really need a friend who's like super chill, super fun, who's a grown up that just like has their like shit together, but like in a good way. I don't know if you have your shit together, but you're like, yeah. But like a grown up. He's just like, no, I just need somebody who lives nearby who can like go hang out, have dinner, and like
Weird.
enjoy.
A little strange.
Just like enjoy life. And then literally like a few months later, she like showed up at this event, and I was like, she seems really cool, and I wanted to be friends with her, which I don't ever say that about anybody. Ask anyone who knows me really well, and they were like, that's weird.
The wild thing was though, is I met her through a dating site because I met a vet. We both volunteer for Ruck Up in Keene. It's a veteran output, Keene, New Hampshire. Oh boy, forgot we were across the seas.
Right, we're in
Keene,
Sweden.
New Hampshire in the United States of America.
Our listeners are like half in the States, half in Sweden.
Oh, so some of them are like, oh, we know where you are, girl. And some of them are like, I don't know.
No clue.
So
Whatever.
I just was drawn to this guy. He was a vet. And then I met her through that. And she tells me later, she's like, I knew it wasn't going to work out. And I was like, cool. You could have saved me hours of texting, uncomfortable conversations, asking him to leave, all the things. It's fun.
I didn't say so much at the beginning.
It was perfect because he was a conduit. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't supposed to be with him.
Right.
So once I knew the date didn't go well, I then was like, do you do tarot? And she's like, yeah. And then we kind of just clicked after that.
It was so fun.
So that's kind of how we all came together.
Yeah. My strength seems to really be with like past life oracle card readings, though. Yeah, I was able with a friend who she literally says, she's like, there is no African American in me, Jessica. And I'm like, girl, I swear to God, like, I know. And then she shows me a picture of her daughter and just like features, right? And I'm like, honey, I know. And then she tells me she has some connection to the South, right? So I'm pulling past life cards. Guess what comes up? Imprisonment and slavery. How you going to explain that one, girlfriend? Huh? Okay. Just wanted to let you know. So yeah, that seems to be a huge strength of mine. So if you'd like to like chat more with Monali, I would love to do your past life reading.
That would be really exciting.
Cool. You guys chat.
Yeah.
Get that business stuff going.
Keep asking questions. I love it.
All right. We do have some questions.
Go for
you
it.
want to start? Or
I don't remember.
I like that strong silent type in the back. I love that.
I do too.
I was like, is he gonna talk eventually? I'm like, I feel bad.
No,
Okay.
His only line is yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I love that. That's cool. I just was like, I don't want to feel like you're excluded.
He's reinforcing it.
He's here.
I love it.
He's just not. He's here, but not here.
Yeah.
I love that. You're rocking
I just
it.
listen.
Look at the face. Ignore it.
I love
But just
that.
recording.
That's what I'm doing. Like,
Jeff and I are not good with the strong silent type in the background. We're like both very like chatty.
who knows?
Yes.
All right. So first question.
Yes.
You mentioned that you started or so. Did you have any feelings like previous to that? Like as a kid, maybe?
No,
Were you like that
that's the
creepy
weird
kid who
thing.
saw dead people?
Yeah, no, I didn't sense anything until
Do you have imaginary friends?
like I do have a real twin sister. She and I were adopted, and so I always had
Okay.
a playmate. So she and I would play like Make Believe, and we loved reading fantasy books growing up. But like, so we were never. It was interesting. So we were homeschooled, and so a lot of typical homeschool families were like born again Christians. My family was not. We were Catholic, but we weren't like hardcore about it. So my sister and I read a lot of fantasy books, and we thought it was really cool. But like, it wasn't something that we talked about. But then when I turned 19, I started like having, like I said, having some of the senses open. And my mom and I had some conversations, and my brother would have some senses about some things. I wouldn't say that they were necessarily like tapped in like I was. So it was a really interesting conversation coming out, as I would say, coming out of the closet as a medium to my family. That was very interesting. I think it was a combination of like, wow, this is really weird. And I just wanted to make sure I was okay and like not crazy. Like it was like a mental illness. So we've all kind of like, I think my mom and I, my sister and I have kind of we've made peace with it. And like, I think they've all kind of just accepted it at this point. They don't really get involved in it. They'll ask about it. They like to hear it, and they like to, but they're not necessarily like, oh, let me do a reading for you. Yeah, like not like that. But it just opened up, and it was very weird to have to like process it all. I've had all sorts of reactions from friends that were born again Christians because they were homeschoolers and we're friends. We're like, oh, you're demonic, can't be friends anymore. To other people being like, that's interesting, like, okay. To other people being like, oh my gosh, I want to know all about it. Like, sit down and tell me. So it's just been a really interesting variety of responses. At the time, I wasn't ready for all the responses. Now I'm like, okay, cool. You have your opinion or your thought process on it. That's cool.
Yeah, I'm definitely the kind who's like so into it.
And I think sometimes too, it's just one of those like, oh my gosh, they're cards that just fell almost onto the candle.
They're literally fucking flying.
I was just gonna say, I think sometimes I forget how this is so normal for me. I don't think about, oh, spirit, I woke up and there's like a spirit sitting on my bed wanting to talk to me, or I can hear animals talk if they are communicating with me. Like, it's so normal for me that I don't think about it. So when I talk to people that are not with me all the time, I'm always like, oh yeah, it is fun and magical. And I forget sometimes that it is fun and magical. It's just,
and I'll be like, perfect example. I'll be doing weird shit and she doesn't even notice.
oh yeah, that's true. I also just am not observant because I have ADHD. That's it. But yeah, so that's kind of started a little bit, and also how like the progression over the last 10 years. I think everybody has a journey to go on before they find their way of coming into it. I know a lot of mediums that are like the famous mediums. A lot of them had, family members, and it was very well known. It was talked about and maybe not accepted, but a lot of them had senses about it. It was not like that for me. So I always would say, I wish I had like a guidebook to kind of show me how to go through all of this over the last 10 years.
You're coming into your own though. And it's like all those things, right? You have to experience everything in order to get to your highest good.
I think part of it for me was I always trusted that I had the gift, but I think I didn't realize how much it would help people. I always had this, well, I have to do like counseling is a good way to help people because it's like normal and it's valid and you get paid to do that. Who's going to like come pay to see a psychic medium? So like in my own mind, I had like a weird, I don't know, disconnect, I guess, of like, I have the gift, I should share it.
And this was where I came in because we were talking and I was like watching her with the vets, right? At Rucka. And just the way she interacts with them, the young ones, the old ones,
The cranky ones,
the ones that think they won Vietnam all by themselves, all of them, right? And she just has this beautiful gift. She also has the ability with the drug and alcohol, right? So one of the things she did for me is she helped me heal some past trauma. One thing I'm really trying to push her for with this business is to use both abilities. So I'm just going to give you an example. It might sound wild. It really freaking happened. We're sitting on the couch. We're just opposite. Okay. I have a lot of problems with my mom. So she recently sent a text to someone and it said, I don't give a shit about her, but I want to see Isaac.
That's really fun.
Oh, she knows.
Right.
I
Yeah.
bet for people who
didn't.
Right.
Yeah,
There's more people.
Yeah, exactly. I forgot.
Yeah.
Hello, friends. So my great grandmother came in and she held my heart. I'm not even kidding. Monali channeled it so that I was breathing into my heart chakra. And I literally felt this beautiful warmth buzz.
Mhm.
And my great grandmother gave me permission to walk away. And I said to Monali, I said, I don't understand why my great grandmother came through, like, how close I was to Nanny, her daughter. And it was wild. And Monali said, because the generational trauma started with her. Imagine someone like Monali who can unlock that past trauma and then has the credentials to help you deal with it as a therapist. Life-changing.
Yeah.
Like in that reading that she did for me, I felt light. I have felt so much better. It's just like this giant, it's almost like I don't give a shit. Like if you're not here for my highest good, I don't want you in my life. I don't care who you are.
Right.
And I just
very scrappy.
Oh, she knows. Okay, so since I've come into my own and, Monali's the real deal, I just really struggle with people who flaunt the gift if they don't have it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And we were at a store in town and someone mentioned this person and I was just like, no. And she started to get defensive. And Monali was like, oh my gosh, what do I have to do? And I was like, I'm going to shut people down.
Hey, dog food, okay? Like, I'm just trying to open the door.
I'm just trying to shut that down because it gives us a bad name.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like canned readings, anybody can be like, oh, I sense trauma in your cat. I think it was a male. Did he have blue eyes? Okay,
like really
you
reaching.
just described every like
half the population.
Dude.
Yeah.
Me.
Yeah. It could have been him.
Like, come on.
Are you still alive? Oh God.
Who knows?
Who am I sitting?
Yeah, so I
never checked for
get
a
scrappy with that, it's the mama bear in me. I've always had that nurturing side and I just get angry. And I also think that's why all the children of every walk of life ever winds up in my classroom. I think that was part of my gift. I just didn't understand it. But then I've also thought about the kids I've counseled through things. And so I'm dipping my feet into some counseling at Ruck Up and I'm hoping to kind of maybe work alongside Monali at some point. Who knows? This just feels right. But yeah.
So you started talking about people who pretty much fake having these powers. Do we call them powers? Like superpowers?
I call them a gift.
A gift.
I call them a gift, ability, something.
Right.
Ability.
What?
Ability.
Ability. Okay.
What am I saying?
He was also saying ability.
Yeah.
I think he was just trying to see if he could say the word.
Yeah.
Did it work out for you?
I think so.
I think he said it correctly.
Yeah. I'm not going to say it anymore. Once and that's it.
Okay, so we have people who fake the ability, and obviously that's not okay. But what about people who are like non-believers to your actual abilities? You who has the abilities, right? Non-believers.
Honestly, I always say those are the easiest ones, or the more fun ones, because two things: if you're putting that much energy out because you are a skeptic, it means you're fighting against that you think it's real, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So basically in the energetic field, they're not saying it's not real. In their mind, they're saying it's not real. So for me, it's a lot easier when there's either skepticism or I love reading for people who've never had a read before because they're coming in without
any sort of like baseline.
Notion.
Yeah. Of what it's supposed to be.
Yeah. So
Except from Hollywood.
Her crystal ball. I know.
Right.
I kind of knew my mom accepted the fact that I had a gift. So for my graduation from Johnson & Wales, instead of giving me a KitchenAid because I wanted a mixer for graduation, she gave me an amethyst crystal that's like, this big.
Oh boy.
Yeah. And I kind of just on a good beautiful. Yeah. Purple's my favorite color as well. So.
You come in contact with a skeptic, right? Yeah. That's the word.
Non-believers.
Hypothetically, if you get the urge to prove to them that you have your abilities, what do you do? And do you be like, I see your dead grandpa right there, or what?
On the time of it, but so basically, the universe will present a opportunity. So basically, so a lot of times, if the topic comes universe is showing me. So a lot of times they'll enter into the way that would make them the most comfortable. So sometimes it's, hey, I see your, past pet. Did it look like this? And did they like this type of thing? Or, sometimes I just get a really strong, feeling or whatever about, hey, this person passed and you feel responsible, or this person looked like this and you did this for them, like whatever that is. So basically, only things that they would know that would make sense to them. That's why whenever Jess, it was so funny. She had a friend that she was like, oh, and this person, this and this about this person. I'm like, stop! Don't tell me anything, because it's so hard to go in with any energy about that person before I do. So I always like it to be like totally, I would say, a blind reading.
And then I'm the opposite. I can read strong for people I have a connection to.
Oh, yeah.
You'll just develop.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's just because I feel safe in that place.
So you'll get used to it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So I always feel like I love the Long Island medium. I think she's hilarious. She's something
Marisa Caputo.
Yeah, but I always call it that I'm not going to Long Island people and just go up to people on the street, but have I actually, just has it come up in conversation with random people somewhere? Yeah, absolutely.
Though, like, we're going to be walking and I'm going to be like, Monali, we should probably just be like, hey, this person has a lot of pain and your great grandma is proud of you, sir.
Right? See, the way that I like doing readings is basically the spirit has been working with me over the last 6 months in particular about generational trauma, and so they've been showing up to work with me on that way. The business. So for me, like I said, I've been in the mental health field for 5 years. I think it's amazing. I think people need that validation. I think the people to help guide them. I also know that when a trauma is so stuck in you on an energetic level, talking to somebody for like, an hour a week is not going to do anything. I mean, it could help relieve it a little bit. It's kind of like a blister. It's not going to pop it, right? So for me, I'd rather have, like her great grandmother came through and her grandmother came through and was like, hey, we're taking full responsibility. We're actually now going to see how our energetic lines have transferred over to where you're at now in your life. And we want to help take responsibility and basically dissolve it or shift it so you have a chance to parent your own child differently. And so I've been noticing that's been happening a lot more in the last 6 months. And so that's the direction I want to go. So that one of the things I've been doing the last as well as I'm doing. So I've always done readings over the last 10 years. I just haven't done it as my job. Basically, the last few weeks, I know that my abilities are getting stronger back to what used to be before I decided to take a little journey off into doing other things for work.
We feed off each other.
Yeah, but I was just gonna say the ability to sense medical and also trauma in somebody's system to shift it's gotten a lot easier. So like Jess was saying, this has happened with other readings I did the last week too. They would come in and really work. So I think one of the directions I'm gonna go was the point I was gonna make was I'm gonna go in the direction that spirit is showing up to degenerational trauma energetic work. And I just think that's
it's just trauma. I really, really think you're just meant to work with trauma, because all I can remember is this is kind of Monali's office, my apartment,
literally her living room.
It's just a very safe, great vibey space. And so when she was doing a reading here, one of your classmates, Pat, came through.
Or which one was it? Ian?
It was Matt.
Matt. Okay.
And Monali did not have a freaking clue who Matt was. She had no idea. Literally, like, I've never told her the story, anything like that. And the weird thing was, it was his Iman who was the person. So 2 teachers during that time, right, in the room, and then Monali channels him. And I, in that moment, that, like, Monali's meant to deal with trauma, because what she said is Matt came through and said the writing's on the wall. You know that thing in my classroom, my memorial to him?
Yeah.
She said he stays in my classroom and helps me. And, I'm going to cry.
Yeah.
And that it's not his fault. That's what he said. It's not his fault. You and I both know who he is.
Mm-hmm.
So I messaged him. He hasn't messaged me back. He probably thinks I'm absolutely fucking insane. But I know that Matt needed me to be the conduit to deliver that. Because this person just got married and is starting a new life, and I believe that it was closure.
And that's the other thing about when I do readings, spirit will show up. It doesn't have to be that they just passed recently. They can be people. They'll show up when people don't even know, they've never met them, and they'll be like, "Hey, I just want acknowledgement." So when Jess was saying that I channel, so I don't like that way of saying it. Basically, spirit. So for me, spirit. So a long time ago, when this started happening, I could sense spirit. They basically were like, "Hey, this is a gift that you can do, that you share. They're like, you're the representative of us. So first of all, we're gonna make sure you're like gonna represent us in the correct way. So like,
we were just talking. You don't take dark. She like, I've never seen anything scary or dark.
well, I should rephrase that. I made sure that in the readings I don't. Right. I mean, I can sense.
Oh yeah.
But like when I first started seeing spirit and they were talking with me, they would always push my boundaries. They would never cross it. But like I had a series of like a month or two that I got really uncomfortable when spirit would show up and they're like, you know what? My fear was talking about sex with people. And so literally the entire month and a half, the only thing that would come up in readings specifically was like sex. I got over that fear only because I had one reading with this lady who the only way she believed that it was the guy that was talking to me was he talked about their sex life and it's very specific. And I was like crying. And she's like, no, it was the best sex we've ever had. This was years ago, so I don't feel that thing. Best sex I've ever had and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, to the spirit, I'm like, never again. And then they're like, we're just keep doing it until you get comfortable. So basically, they'll show up. Yeah, they really. Oh, no, they made sure I could play.
Oh, God.
Make sure that.
Probably like wearing one of any vibrators. That's just all the universe has the remote.
I'm like, Jesus. So, anyway, but basically, they made sure whatever I was uncomfortable with, I had to go through it, and that's why when I've done a reading with you, Lauren, but like, if I got something wrong when a spirit came up and I like said it incorrectly or I didn't understand what they were saying, they'll just stop talking until I like ask the question or I say it a different way or something because they want to be represented the way that they want to be represented. And on a universal level, your ego can't be in it. So I have people who are like, oh, I can talk to people. That's why I always say very casually, I talk to dead people. It's not about, oh my God, look at me and do it because no, if there's any ego in it, spirit won't show up for me.
Right.
And also spirit will not only will they not show up to me for me or like with to do the work, but they also won't give them messages in the way that I can even deliver them. So they've learned, it just doesn't work. So I always say that this is why I have a hard time charging readings is because on a universal level, like it's not for your own personal gain. And then Spirit had to explain to me years ago, and they're still working on it, so you can live it. Basically, what they were like, well, you have to live to be able to represent us, so we have to make sure there's a universal trait. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense. It has to be a balance, right? Getting it. It's so like, it's a transaction. So, but the way that Spirit works is they know they come out. Sometimes it'll come they'll come up a day before. Sometimes they'll sit in the driver's seat as I'm driving to the person's house to do a reading. And they basically, I know they're waiting. They're like scoping me out to make sure that I'm the best representative for them. Because if I'm not, they're gonna find somebody else who is.
Didn't you hear someone's name before a reading that one night?
Yeah.
Right. But like she just like, and then she knows how to approach it when she gets there.
Yeah. And it's funny. I've had people ask me if I ever get nervous before readings. I said every single time I do a reading, and they're like, why? I said, because I have this fear, and I've heard other people say this too, or mediums, that they're not going to show up. And I just laugh because I'm like, I literally think they're not going to show up. And then they always show up.
Have you ever come across an aggressive spirit?
Well, I guess define what aggressive means to you, and then I'll
Okay. Like, have you ever gotten
out, or they're like malevolent?
More like, maybe they try to start an argument with you. Have you ever had an argument with spirits?
I've had to tell spirits sometimes to simmer down, or we're not going to be able to work together. But that's only because their energetic stream is so much buzzier than where I was at, and I'm like, bring it down a couple notches so we can talk. But it's more because my vibrational state wasn't able to match them, and we have to meet in the middle. And so what I mean by that is spirit's very light, and flowy. And so let's say they function out of 10, right? And if I'm only at a 4 or 5, there's no way I'm going to match that. If I'm like at a 7 and an 8, I can basically match it. And the cool thing about spirit, at least when I do readings, they'll change my energetic field, so my auric field and my actual physical body actually will shift temperatures if I'm cold, or I've been sick at times when I've done readings, and I'll like cough and stuff if I'm not in the reading. But as soon as I'm in the reading, they'll make it so I don't do that.
Okay.
So they'll mess with all sorts of stuff. But I've had people who are very pushy, where they're like let me come to the front of the room and they're just going to keep talking, and I've had to tell them to wait a minute because I am like in the middle of either talking to the actual person, the client, or they're talking. A lot of times they're talking so fast that, you know, I'm like, all right, you just told me like 5 pages worth of information in like 2 seconds, and now I have to, as the human, have to like explain it.
Is it also like partly excitement with that they're coming through?
So
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, when you were doing my reading, I was expecting my mom to be like front and center. She was like, out of the way, my turn. I was really surprised that it was my grandmother who came up front. That was like first. That was completely surprising to me.
I think because at the time you just weren't ready to hear from your mom quite yet. That had happened just so recently, and you had to make sure I wasn't like batshit crazy. And also, your grandmother wanted to make sure you were okay because you guys had a good connection, but also like they always pick and choose who comes first. So a lot of times, if the spirit's going to be a little bit more emotional or a little bit harder for the person, the human, to be hearing from, they always send like the in between like person to come forward,
Or like their person. You're really connected to your grandma.
So that's, and you know, obviously you had your mom. It's a little bit, you know, that's a little bit more of a rocky relationship, a little bit. So I wasn't gonna just show up and be like, look, this is what happened. You're gonna be like, oh my god, you're on a puddle on the floor, and I'm like, that's not what I wanted for you. So your grandmother showing up and talking first is why that happened. So they always have an agenda and like a checklist. It's not an agenda. That sounds like
No, but I'm totally.
but there's like a note. There's like a list checklist. So that's why they will tell me if they're not done yet. And I'm like, oh, okay. And they're like, no, I'm not done. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, tell me more. And they're like, okay.
Think about all readings that I've sat in with you, and like
So they'll tell me. So normally, I've already done a reading for Lauren, but basically what happens when you do readings for people is generally still, so I kind of tune in, it's like a radio dial. I just kind of match my energy into that veil piece. Like I go over the veil, and basically the spirit will start to show up. And then normally we do a body scan first, so a medical intuitive scan, because that matches, it's easier for me to match the person's energy. And also, the second thing is kind of like everybody gets nervous, even if they're like excited. Everyone gets nervous before they do, because they're like, oh my god, what if blah blah blah. So they don't know what's going to happen. So we normally do a body scan first, and then normally spirit will show up and start talking. But sometimes I'll have spirit show up first and they want to talk. Other times they'll show up and they're like, hey, we're going to talk about this specific issue or whatever. Really, just so yeah, just so.
Lauren.
Yeah.
What do you think of Monali giving Mattias a little try here?
Yeah, I was thinking if you want to give Mattias a demonstration, go for it. He's all yours.
I'm like, before we kind of get into that, like, are cool with that? I don't want to just like put you on the.
Yeah, we're not trying to hijack you, but
No.
I want to hijack him.
Yeah. She decides.
I decide for him.
Okay.
I have your past life after Lauren.
So 2 questions they asked me for readings. For you, I got this really strong before I got here. One was, do you want to know everything?
Yeah.
Basically, when I say that, it means, are you open to hearing what they have to say, or do you want me to kind of couch it? Sometimes spirit can be really direct. And so a lot of people are like, well, they're nervous about, I'm like, if you want the softer version, that's fine. But I just had this really weird feeling to ask you that. And then the other thing I was going to ask was, obviously, if it gets really personal, all of you guys can edit it out, because I don't want that to, you guys can decide what that
Yeah, we already agreed that if there's anything that we're not comfortable putting out there, we're going to cut it out.
Perfect.
But I'm going to speak for you now.
Yeah, sure.
You're free to say whatever comes to mind.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right.
Yeah.
Jess is so excited. She's like buzzing right next to me, so I'm like trying to like.
Well, I also like, we feed off each other, but I feel like sometimes I help the narratives come together.
So the first thing that's popping up for me is a mom figure. So is your mom passed?
No, she's alive.
No. Is there some? Okay. So then it's probably your grandmother. She feels young. That's why I'm saying it felt like your mom at first. So your grandmother's passed on your mom's side.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So it's her.
Was she young at heart?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, playful, and okay, that's where you got
Yeah.
All right. She's gonna come forward. And you have a brother, right?
I have half brothers.
Okay, half brothers. Okay. Would this be on your dad's side or your?
My dad's side.
Okay. She's particular. And you have a younger brother, right? Or are they both younger?
No, both are older.
Who's the young? Oh, hold on. She's talking about somebody younger. So hold on. So I'm like, wait, hold on. Sometimes I don't know what's real.
I'm so sorry. I pulled my blanket on and she like freaked out because it touched her.
Spirit doesn't normally get that close. They normally stand about 3 feet away from me. So I'm like, what? So, hold on. I'm just understanding. So you're the younger. No, that's not right. Hold on. Was your mom the youngest?
She was an only child.
She was the only. Oh, okay. Gonna kill. Okay. So I'm just what she actually wants to talk about. She wants to talk about your job. Actually, do you just not enjoy it?
I do enjoy my job.
You said the same thing to me. We work at the same place.
Oh, that's right. So it's probably you that. No, she's talking about like a shift or a change in your job, and you're not necessarily loving it the way that you do. Is this right?
Yeah, I mean, there's like a shift that's...
There's an upcoming shift.
Yeah. No.
Oh, okay. She's just referencing that, and she's acknowledging that. I think good for you. Just know that you're probably also, like, do you have, like, some kind of side hobby or something that you enjoy doing that you're like, oh, I can make money off of this? Because, like, I'm feeling like there's going to be something else added to your excitement of doing something like that's like a job, but not necessarily your actual job. Does that make sense?
I mean, I do, like...
Now we're getting
Yeah, I do like edit videos and stuff like that. But yeah.
Okay. I just feel like you're really good at it, and I feel like if you put yourself out there, you might get more business. So that might be something to like kind of ponder. Have you had fear about parenting? Like she's just saying that you're a good dad, so I don't know if you've had some fear about parenting or like you've been kind of awkward about it, hesitant about it. But she's saying that you're really good at it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a parent, but I do have like I do have a niece that's very close, and
like you're good. You're like a parental figure.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah. She's saying good job. She wants you to know that. Even if you feel awkward or a little hesitant, like you're doing a good job.
Thank you.
Your grandmother's so funny. Hold on. She wants to talk some more. So would this be your grandmother, would she have been Swedish?
Yes.
Okay. Because she's talking about kind of like her English. She's trying to that's the other thing. I forgot to say this. So when spirit comes through, if their native language English will come through with an accent, which is really cool. But the way that they talk, so that the phrases are spoken, is formatted as if they're speaking like Swedish, and so it's slightly different. So I have to like translate it down into like English.
Yeah, I was worried it would be lost in translation or something, or that she just speaking Swedish.
Yeah. So this might be. So do you guys call your grandmother? It's far more and more. Is that what's the mom's name?
Yeah. More. That's.
Yeah. So I used to live in Denmark, so I know
okay.
But anyway, she just
it's like you got that out of your abilities. How do you know that?
Well, but no, I think now that.
That is cool.
So let me see what else she wants to talk about. Hold on. She's talking about your mom. So I know you said your mom isn't half, or so it would be her daughter. But she's talking. Are you concerned about her health, or there's something you're concerned about? She's circling back around to your mom, and she's just talking about that you're concerned. And I'm not sure if it's health related or like. Hold on. Is it drinking?
No.
Who was the drinker?
No.
She's talking about. I don't know. Does she need to drink more water? Like what's going on health wise with your mom?
I don't know. I mean, she has like diabetes, but that's.
Tell her to drink more water. She needs some more water.
Okay.
Yeah. Hold on. Does she also have like any lung or chest related issues? Like I'm feeling like heavy in my chest, which is normally an indicator of either like.
My mom?
Yeah. Which is not heart always related. I should always preference that. Normally it's like it could be asthma. It could mean that she's having a hard time breathing. It could mean that she's having kind of like feeling kind of depressed. It could mean all sorts of things, but I just keep feeling like kind of heavy in her chest. So is there anything that you know health related wise that she's struggling with in her upper chest area?
Not that I know of, no.
Okay. You might ask her, and this could also just mean she has a cold. It'd be really simple as a cold, but just see how she's saying. Yeah. Don't stress out when everyone's like, oh my god, it's a heart attack. No, it's not.
Don't panic over this, please.
Really, don't freak out.
She does complain about her coughing. She coughs a lot. But,
there you go.
Yeah.
She's not a smoker though, right?
No.
No. Yeah, I would definitely say she should probably drink more water, but also probably get her lungs checked out. I'm feeling like something's just have her get it checked out because something's not right, and I can feel that. I'm trying to see if she'll tell me what it is. It's not pneumonia, but it feels like there's something like in her lungs. It feels kind of heavy, so I'm assuming it's like something similar to that, where she should probably have maybe even an antibiotic to clear something out because something's not right.
Does it hurt when she breathes?
What?
Does it hurt when she...
No, not that she...
Oh, you're saying...
She's flavored. Like, it's not like a clear breath.
I'm hearing pleurisy.
It feels like...
I'm hearing pleurisy. It's an infection of the lung lining.
Oh.
And it can cause a lot of breathing issues, but it's nothing that can't be cleared with an antibiotic.
Oh,
so
you.
please Google pleurisy. Thank you.
Check it out at the doctor's.
Yeah.
So it's cool. So the way that I do a body scan is I kind of just glance down your body, and if anything feels like it needs to be talked about, like I feel anything. So we're actually going right to your stomach. Are you sensitive to food, or do you have a stomach ache? Or Lauren, are you okay? Or like
She's laughing.
You got something.
oh, okay. So I was like straight to your stomach, and I'm like, also, what does your gallbladder?
Oh, yeah. It takes like toxins out and stuff. Yep. Yeah.
I don't always know what organs Ghosty does much thing. But anyway, we're talking about your stomach and that you have a sensitivity. Also, do you drink a lot of do you eat a lot of junk food or sugar or something? Like some things that like you're not eating healthy. You got to eat better.
Well, I have actually recently started to eat better.
Good.
But
You got to
before
tighten
that,
up on it, buddy. Though you're not quite there yet. You got to tighten up a little bit more. You're getting there, but you got to like pull your shit together a little bit more on that. And also, are you like pro? I know you said was it your mom or your grandmother that was diabetic? You said your mom.
yeah.
Okay. So,
Pancreas.
oh, maybe that was what it was.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah. When's the last time you had your A1C done? Do you know what that is?
What
Basically,
is that?
What is
Blood
that?
sugar.
your blood sugar.
I keep seeing
Mhm.
pancreas.
So just double check when you go to the
Is that
doctor.
like a
Just ask.
never? You've never gotten your blood sugar taken?
I think so. Maybe when I was young.
You didn't want to.
Yeah, just get your A1. Just ask. It's nothing scary. I have it. I'm the smallest I've ever been. You just can't beat genetics. Thanks, Mom.
Wait,
You
is
too.
that just like the finger prick?
Yeah.
Oh, Ante has one of those.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So
We
just
can get that
test
done
your
now.
blood sugar, but no, go get your fasting blood. So go get blood tests done before you eat something in the morning, because something
Mhm.
about your pancreas is off.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing bad. It's just
And also, I'm just seeing what else. Are you shy sometimes about speaking up?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say so.
Does Lauren kind of get like excited and feisty? Like I love Lauren. You're like feisty and it's fun. Like, are you sometimes like a little too feisty? Like, do you feel like sometimes you can't speak up a little bit? Yeah.
she answered for you.
So this is
Yeah.
why. So this is something that you guys are
Look
both
at her.
gonna have to work on. But like, you take it down a few notches, Lauren, and then you raise it a few notches, and then
Be beautiful.
it'll be like a good match. Like you guys are very well. This is fun for me to say, and I'm not just saying this, but like you guys are well matched. But like you're gonna have to like learn how to like speak up a little bit more. That way you can like you'll connect with the kids differently, and like Lauren and you will connect differently. But like you just have to speak up a little bit more. And she also knows, like she knows that she can rely on you, and you have her back 110%. But sometimes she just needs that other 10% for the speaking part, the communication part. Sometimes I feel like she just feels like she's just talking to herself, and like she's like, "Come on, dude! Like, just give me a few more words. Like, all I'm asking is a few extra words. Like, come on. I learned your fucking language. Like, come on. You know what I mean?
Well,
So like,
she
just give her
won't
a few more words. That'll be good for you guys.
she won't speak it that much. So
Well, she'll
I'm
work
the
on
one
it.
who has to speak
know.
English all the
Well,
time.
see, maybe you guys can compromise, and you could be like, if you speak more Swedish, I will speak more. That's like make it a fun game.
No.
Also-
she just answered no.
The other thing
I
I
mean,
was gonna
my Swedish is pretty good, but I get very self-conscious,
Oh.
extremely self-conscious. Like if I make a mistake, then I shut down and I'm like, I'm never speaking.
so maybe you should speak up too a little bit. The other thing I was gonna say
That's me
too.
with the English. So
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah. You're doing good though,
Okay,
Lauren.
yes.
I'm gonna say you're doing pretty good though.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Are you two business partners or life partners?
In a way, we just run the podcast.
okay.
Do you feel like there's a part of you that's like maybe not being shown to the world, like you're like hiding it a little bit? I know you said you're shy, but like
Like your inside energy doesn't match what's on the outside.
Thank you. That's how it is.
Do you know what I mean? Like your inside energy is really like fuzzy and social and fun. But like, I think that's why we were talking about the throat, right? His throat chakra and needing to open up and speak.
Yeah, I mean, it's when I'm among friends and stuff, I'm
You're totally
really
fine.
vocal and
Yeah.
talkative,
You're very
but-
funny.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're very funny in a good way. Like, I
You
think
say
you
all
just
the
don't
time.
always
Yeah,
trust
yeah,
that
thank
you're
you.
funny.
Yes, you're welcome.
I think
She's mad.
I think also you're like a little awkward and you're going to find someone that finds that so endearing.
Yeah, you're gonna find the perfect partner,
Yeah.
and I want to be invited to the wedding.
Me
I'm just
too.
saying that. I'm totally down to come to Sweden. With saying. So, do you have any questions or anybody that you want to talk to? Do you have anybody who's passed that you would like to talk to? That's the first question. And the second question: do you have any other questions that you want to ask?
I mean, we have already talked about my grandma because she was very close to me,
Yeah.
and
She's just so happy that she gets to talk to you. Do you ever feel her around you?
I don't know. I don't think so, but maybe.
She is definitely around. I'm trying to see if she like has a sign or a symbol. I was feeling wings. That's so funny.
Butterflies. Do you see a lot of butterflies?
Or things like
Or anything with wings? Yeah, she's a wingy thing.
Oh, I mean, when you think.
Almost like a sparrow.
I do.
Yeah, I was a bird.
Like I see like a sparrow, like a little flitty kind of
Okay.
that young at heart sparrow.
Yeah, I mean, we do have birds. Oh, yeah, I helped the bird and just
We're not friends.
this
Listen.
week.
You what? Okay.
Yeah, see, there you go.
What kind of bird?
Very,
like-
I don't know what it's called, but it's like greenish.
that's
Very nice, very very
great.
beautiful bird.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
Perfect.
It was her.
Yeah.
Just saying hey.
Do you have any other questions for her or anyone else?
I don't know. I haven't prepared anything.
No, you're good. Like I said, let me see if she or anyone else has anything else to add.
Yeah.
They're normally very chatty, so I'm just seeing. So they're actually talking. She wants to talk about your podcast, actually. So this is about both of you guys. Were you guys thinking about like taking a trip or like doing something different with it? Because she's talking about like changing the platform or like changing how you're doing it for like a cool episode or something. And she's like all for that. I don't know if one of you is hesitant about it or like something, but like she's talking about like you're gonna do really well doing that. But I also see you guys like thinking about like traveling or going somewhere to do something. So keep going on that trajectory, if that makes any sense to you.
Yes.
Oh,
It
perfect.
does.
Whoa.
Okay, cool. So that's what she's talking about. It's so fun. She's talking about she's talking about your partnership, like you guys being really good friends. And she's talking about how Lauren's gonna like drag you kicking and screaming to just like expand and like be more bold and just like going like processing and like facing your fears, which is super cool. And for Lauren, you're learning how to take it down a few notches in the best possible way, but also like you're learning how to you love what you're doing and you're so excited, and then to have somebody who's just like the strong and silent type just kind of next to you in some ways to be able to do it together. You just really needed a friend that could do that with you. That's not like a romantic partner. You just needed somebody who was just like super chill and really, cool. That being said, your grandmother is talking about like you're traveling or like you're doing something different. Like, were you talking about coming back here for a bit or like going to other countries? Like, what is she referencing?
We have a trip planned, not for this Christmas, but next Christmas to come home or to the States, and spend a week up north and a foreign place. We're going to spend a week in Universal Studios.
Oh my gosh, we're so
In
gonna
Florida.
come like meet you. Like we're gonna meet up in person at some point when you're here because I want to like. Meet
I
you.
say foreign place because it's
Yeah.
Florida,
Absolutely.
not
That's
New Hampshire.
amazing.
Well, and universal, foreign, like it, like it honed in on that.
It's
That's
like a
awesome.
completely different world.
So your
It's
grandmother's being like,
beautiful.
yeah, absolutely.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah. In 2 years? No, a year from now. Like a year from Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's time for you to do it with Lauren.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I pulled a bunch of cards. At first,
I'm just gonna send you a picture
of the cards.
Yay.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to hold them up as I talked about them.
Okay, cool.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
As long as you like kind of explain what is on the card for the listeners.
Well, they're pretty self-explanatory, but I'll
Okay.
read the narrative.
Okay.
All right. So,
Can you see if I go like that? Can you see them? I don't know. Can you see the screen? What it looks
Kind
like?
of like
kind of. So that's the spread, and then over here. So what ends up happening is I pull cards, okay,
I'll send you a picture.
from a deck. Yeah, we'll send you a picture at the end. I pull cards from a deck, and what I normally do is I shuffle, and what comes through, what first came through for you did not feel like you. So when
Okay.
we did our first pee break, I was like, I think that maybe the internet is like weakening my, but then I did a different kind of pull.
I'm sending you a picture. Sorry.
It's okay. Come on over.
Yeah.
Don't forget this one because this one's important too. And the same cards fell out when I did the other spread. So they're odd, but it's for you. So first of all,
This is for what? Past life?
past life. This is a past life reading. I don't know where to start.
The top.
Do you have any Native American in you?
I don't believe so.
Okay. So what I am seeing,
What would be the equivalent for more of the like Druid or like Native American type for Sweden?
Like Vikings?
yeah,
Vikings. Okay.
yeah, Celtic Vikings.
Yeah.
So, okay. So what we have here is Celtic. Okay. So you've come from a Celtic background, which is the Norse background, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Sweden and stuff like that. Okay. What this shows me is that you are very connected. We got trees, right? You've got Native American. So at first I took that very literally.
That's just more spiritual, I think.
Yes. And Atlantis, clearly you're not exactly mystical. Clearly you're not a fucking mermaid or siren.
That'd be cool.
You could.
Are you sure?
I would want that for me.
Mm.
We don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. And
I
then
love the
Egypt.
Little Mermaid.
Talked about the Little Mermaid.
Maybe I'm a fucking siren.
Yeah, listen to the Little Mermaid soundtrack on my way over to your house yesterday. So I don't know. What
Okay.
that means.
No, maybe Laura's the mermaid. Okay.
Okay.
And then Egypt. Okay. So what this
Right.
tells me is that your soul is very, very old. And because of your Celtic connection, same with me, because of your Celtic connection, this represents earth, air, right? All of the spirituality that you have with your Celtic connection. You're very connected to nature.
Mhm.
Do you find peace being outside?
Yep.
This is just about you being the Native American in Atlantis, I believe, is just you find comfort in water.
Yeah. To an
Like-
extent. Yeah.
So like I see you like when you're stressed, you like take a bath or something.
Yeah, or a shower. Yeah.
Or a shower. Okay. So
Yeah.
water's healing for you.
Mhm.
What I also see is both of these are very, very ancient. So it's funny that you were going back to this because one of the cards that fell out that I didn't believe was High Priestess, which is a religious woman of Celtic tradition. She was often with Vikings, or she was with the Irish. So with that said, boo boo, are you very, very connected spiritually? Like not necessarily God, but you believe like you don't think we're shitting here.
Yeah, no. I believe in like the spiritual world and like speaking to like spirits and stuff like that. I find it very, very interesting.
Were you raised Catholic?
No, I was not raised religiously at all.
Okay. So this comes back to Irish. So in a former life, the Norse or whatever, the Celtic connection, you were Irish Roman Catholic somehow. It might not have been the same life. Sometimes the lives, like mine blended and I had to like sit there and like figure it out like a freaking short story. It was wild. But the Greco-Roman piece, the Celtic piece, you were some sort of droid or high priestess, someone who was really powerful. You have a gift. You just haven't unlocked it yet and you keep blocking it.
Okay.
Yeah. So let them in.
All right.
Okay. So the spirituality piece and religion, you took some sort of vow. That's why you need to uphold it in this life because you took a vow in your past life that you were going to do this and bring healing to the world with this gift that you have.
I want to interject.
No. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, no, I was just gonna say the way that you're doing your podcast, that's the way you're doing it already.
Yes.
And
Yes.
it's gonna shift a little bit, which is partly what his grandmother was talking about, but like you're gonna find a different, like, even though it's really fun and you guys have such cool different conversations, I feel like you're gonna start like going into a direction where you're gonna conquer like some, I don't know, it just feels like you're gonna go into some deeper like spiritual pieces and
For
like
sure.
interview some really interesting people that are like, I don't know, you just feel like it's gonna continue to take off and just
I feel like you're going to play a lot with like the spirit world.
Yeah, me too.
And you're going to really like enjoy reaching out to those people and having those experiences.
So like with God.
Yeah. Okay. So, which one do I want to go to next? This one. Okay. So you were a scribe or writer, likely for the church. Okay. You're very into the arts, which is why you're doing what you're doing now.
Mm-hmm. I've always been into the arts, the music.
Absolutely. Music. Yep. Music has been a healing thing for you, pottery. And I think that's why these pieces also came up, right? Earth, pottery, that stuff. You were very connected to some sort of spiritual thing, but it was like, it's poly. It's not like you were like, you believed in multiple deities. It's not like you were like locked down to a specific religion. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's still relevant, I think.
100%. Absolutely. And that's awesome. And that's why you're going to get your spiritual thingy, your awakening, because the pieces are aligning from your past life to what you're doing now. And it's going to be like this beautiful, it's going to be like a beautiful, like fun thing you're going to come into. Side note, you and hubby, you never had a fucking chance.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah. You loved him more than he would ever give you in all the lifetimes. So your soul is done with him. You have forgiven him. You've forgiven him yourself. And you are no longer going to choose that for your soul as you move forward in your other lifetimes.
Good.
That's what I got for you, boo-boo.
Awesome.
Any of that resonate?
Yeah. Yeah. Especially the whole spouse thing. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And I didn't really channel him, so I couldn't see like what his past life was. But I feel like he was someone who didn't believe in what you were doing and kind of shunned it. And almost like jealousy. Like he was jealous that you were getting all these people to like believe in, trust in you, and he just couldn't hang. He wasn't on your vibration in any life.
Well, it just took you and all of what you were doing for him away from him.
Correct.
You know.
Yeah. No, away from her. Like her trying to fix him stifled her and her gifts.
Well, no, I'm saying he didn't like the fact that she was like doing.
Oh. Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what ends up happening when we reach our highest good and we reach what's best served for us, right? We let go of the toxicity, and that's when our angels, our spirit guides, they bring it in and they give us our blessings because we have been through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So just want to plug this. And I'm going to say it because Monali messes it up every time. So her business that we're kind of establishing here is going.
We are establishing. Let's talk as if we're doing it.
Oh yeah, we're manifesting. Yeah. When you manifest, friends, you speak in present tense, right? So like, I am receiving child support.
Are you?
Okay. It's gonna happen, I feel. Okay. So
one day. It'll come.
I have mediation next Friday. So like, I keep hearing about financial abundance and we both know it ain't teaching, bro. So I think I'm gonna milk him a little bit. So,
or a lot. Go figure, go home, dude.
What was I gonna say? Oh, so it's called The Naked Soul. Okay. So I mean, just the idea of like taking it down, taking your trauma out there, you being your most vulnerable, right? And then finding yourself
vulnerable, being authentic.
You have to be vulnerable in order to be read, and you have to be vulnerable in order to do the healing.
I guess that's a good point. But I was just saying, like, becoming your most authentic.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you're stripping everything down, right? Yeah. So that is the goal, and we're gonna set up that website today.
All right.
No, we're going to do it. I feel it in my brain, in my body. I'm buzzing.
Okay.
We're doing it.
Okay.
But yeah, she's going to offer a bunch of different things like aura readings. She can read auras. What's their aura? Want to do that for funny?
Okay.
I'm green, yellow, and blue.
Mattias is. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Orange.
Mattias.
Mattias.
I
Oh, bro, I'm sorry the whole time.
Oh, it's fine. It's
okay.
fine.
Okay. I'm dog.
Did I say it right or no?
No.
What is it?
Matthias?
Matthias.
Matthias. Okay, we got this.
People mess my name up all the time too, so I always feel bad when I mess up people. Okay, so yours is orange on the shoulders and then green around the head, which green is heart related, like you have a really big heart. And orange is your
Compassion, isn't it?
I can never remember which one orange is. It's the
I will get a resource.
yeah.
My witchy book.
Orange is it's one of the lower chakras, and I can't remember. I think it's your sacral.
Which one?
Orange.
Youthful, outgoing, leader, confident, idealistic.
That is not.
It's not what he's going.
That's
What?
wrong.
No. But you said it was on his shoulders.
All right, hold on. That is not helpful.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like a burden.
I
No.
just meant like where on the little thing.
Oh, I don't know that. I know what they mean.
I know. Hold on.
You said
My
it.
shoulders are very.
Orange and green.
Go to my
So
Yeah,
much
green.
hate.
outspoken.
And then
But green is compassion and healer and
It's
heart
heart.
chakra.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
heart chakra.
Where are you? Oh, here we go.
No, not that one. Oh,
Evil.
those were vibrators
I thought they were hilarious.
Well, about having good vibes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So orange is your sacral, and so the sacral is your second chakra. It's located below the navel. It represents creative and sexual energies. Imbalanced attributes would be lack of or repressed creativity, sexual dysfunction, withheld intimacy, and emotional isolation. That was like you summed up in our little reading in a good way. So like you're gonna go into finding your soulmate or your life partner, however you want to word that. The heart is the heart chakra. Located in the center of the chest, it represents love, self-love, and governs our relationships. Imbalanced attributes would be depression, difficulty in relationships, and lack of self-discipline. But you're working on that.
Yeah.
You're eating better, you're taking care of yourself,
Yeah.
you're working on your self-worth, like all of that. So
That's
those
why
are
you
the
have more
two.
green.
Yeah.
Than orange. Like orange is just chilling right here.
Yeah.
You have way more green.
Okay. It's like a little bit of orange.
Yeah.
The rest is green.
Yeah.
Good.
Do you guys have any further questions? Or
You want to take a stab at Lauren's?
Lauren's what?
We're on.
Oh, me? Oh, cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, get back here.
Yellow.
And
I'm working.
Is that it?
here's the wedding.
She's green. Yellow and green.
That's what I had. Yeah, I was just waiting.
Yellow and green.
So green, we already know that's a heart, which is that's one of the things that you guys like balance each other out, which is cool. And then the solar plexus. So the solar plexus, this actually makes a lot of sense. It's located below the chest, so it's like right here, like kind of where your stomach is, but not. It represents self-esteem, pleasure, willpower, and personal responsibility. Imbalanced attributes would be low self-esteem, control issues, and manipulative tendencies, and misuse of power. So basically, it just means
I
that
feel
you're.
called out.
No, it just means that you're working on that.
Yeah, no, you're working on that. You have way more green, babe.
Yeah.
You have
Okay.
way more green than yellow.
So it just
All
means you're working on it. That's all.
Yeah.
And I'm going to send this to you guys so you have it.
Yeah.
But basically,
Okay.
it just means, so the way that it shows up for us, or for when I do it, is basically, now Jess too, but basically
I
it
didn't know I could do that.
just basically shows me when I'm doing your reading what needs to be, like, if it's like a huge green, it normally means you have a really big part, but sometimes it could be something else. It just depends on what is being shared at the moment. But I think sometimes for those who see auras, and I can totally show you how to see auras, but basically, the way you see auras, this is the last thing I'll say, is you guys can do it together. So summon and stand in front of a white wall and have them close their eyes and recite the alphabet and do it rhythmically. So breathe in, you say A, and then you breathe out. And then when you breathe in again, you say, B, and then go through the whole, and just keep repeating the alphabet. And then the other person will be sitting on the couch or whatever and staring at them. Soften your gaze and look just past their shoulders. And a lot of times you'll start to see the white shimmery light around them, and then eventually you'll start to see the colors.
Reach out.
Yeah.
Because I only saw the white shimmery at
And
first.
that's not really what happens when you're first starting to connect.
Yeah.
And you'll start seeing it around everything that's alive. So plants, animals, whatever. That being said, the reason why you need somebody to do rhythmic breathing is so they can increase their auric field so you can see it better. Because normally our little auric fields are like pretty small, just on our daily basis. I have a gigantic energy field. It's like a good
It's everywhere.
it's like almost a football length. It's huge.
Do I have a big one?
Probably. Yeah, we'll have to see how we can measure it. I used to have dowsing rods to measure. I'll have to get some again.
I played with those one time.
Yeah, they're very cool. Those are originally for finding water. But
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we found haunted people.
Oh, yeah. No. But anyway, so that's how you see auras, and that's what that means for you guys, which makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here are 3 tips. Okay. If you are into the spirit world, I just feel like this needs to be said because people mess around with this all the time. 1, you don't play with a Ouija board ever, 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 ever,
Or a
ever.
spirit box.
Or a spirit box. 2, you never go into an antique store and get the following: a mirror, a box, or a fucking doll. You got me, guys?
That is valid. That is valid.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, we don't play with that, okay?
No.
And like people that play with Ouija boards, that karma's coming back, bro.
Yeah.
You do not play with that shit.
Are gonna go to any secondhand. I love shopping at secondhand stores for clothes and stuff, but make sure you wash and sage or do some type of a cleansing. Yeah, something. Just because you don't know. And it's not being paranoid, it's just making sure that your energy is, it's just clear when it comes into your house when you're.
Well, we wanted you guys to have a really accurate reading. So I cleansed the energy in this room before because there's been so many readings in here.
Yeah.
And we just have a lot of energy ourselves. And I cleared my past life deck.
Now there's no I don't drink coffee.
Oh, God. So one of the things, to clear, you have to clear the negative energy when you do a reading because
Negative energy?
No, it's just the leftover residual.
Yeah.
Like you want a new reading. So like one of the things I always do is I pass my cards through, Palo Santo.
Yeah.
And then it's really weird, but we all do this. I don't even know where it came from. I don't know where I learned it. It kind of feels innate at this point.
You knock on them?
We knock.
It's about clearing anything that's attached.
Right. And it's the
It's about
non-dominant hand always.
Okay.
And you pull with your non-dominant hand. And I feel like it's literally innate because before I even knew that I was supposed to do that, I just did it. Because I'm right-handed. Like, what's this one doing? We don't know.
What's going on?
So I was like, what? But yeah, it's really kind of weird. Like, I don't know how to describe it. I just pick up my deck, give it one of those, knock out that energy, But you also like have to be in a space of gratitude. You have to thank them for bringing you your gift. And if you're not, then
You get some crazy people coming through.
yeah. You got to keep your balance so you don't have the cuckoo nuts coming.
Right.
We're nutty enough.
I need to drink more water for that reason. Okay, so you're going to get your A1C check though for realsies.
Yeah.
Okay. All
We
right.
can do that.
Okay.
I have a couple of questions that we usually ask our guests.
Yeah.
Really quickly, do you guys have a favorite movie? Because that's the only thing that's like that we talk about on every single episode.
Favorite movie?
Movie nerd.
I do. I'm just trying to think of it. There's so many.
What was that?
The Craft.
That's your favorite movie?
Okay.
Okay.
Is that
It's
which
a
is?
witch movie. It just
Oh my
resonates. It's like, or Cruel Intentions. That's where my love of Black became a love language. Sarah Michelle Gellar.
He's seen like all the movies ever.
Yeah. I'm going to actually say Cruel Intentions because I could cite it by heart right now after 15 years. So yeah.
Let's see.
She doesn't do horror, so it's not going to be anything like that.
Nothing horror. I'm just trying to think. I've been binge watching Royal Pains recently, but I'm trying to think. One of my favorite movies was Inside Out, Pixar Disney movie. Yeah, I love Disney movies.
That's a good one.
Doesn't that make so much sense?
Yeah.
Oh, the psychic is connected to a Pixar movie about feelings.
What's the one that they go on the journey to go see the dad, find the dad's soul? There's another one.
Soul?
Oh, that was a good one, but no, there was a different one. I can't think of it.
Yeah.
No, there's another one about the kid.
I don't know. All I
Coco?
know is the one about the mom and eating her fucking baby dumpling destroyed me. I can't. Why?
Yeah. All right, what's the second question?
Short.
Were you talking about Coco?
Yes. Nailed it. Yeah.
That is such a good movie.
Yeah.
Love that movie. My
I'm too
kids love
distracted
that
to watch
movie.
movies.
Mm-mm.
I have to rewatch movies.
But you have ADHD and not just ADD like I do.
Oh god, ADHD is strong with this one.
Okay, my last question is a segment that I'm really trying to pick up on the podcast is what is ruining your life right now?
lack of money. But is it though?
Yeah.
No,
I don't think it is.
I think
I
that
think it's just anxiety about the unknown because I don't know. Even on the psychic one, I'm just like, I don't know what's happening with me and my life. What about you?
the tits of wisdom cannot see.
Yeah.
I said she has tits of wisdom.
That's a ghost.
Wait, what? The fact that I've given my heart and soul to every fucking person in my entire life, and for some reason I can't have my soulmate.
It'll come.
Yes.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I mean, if nothing else, your son is your soulmate.
There you go.
I know that I don't need romantic love around me right now because I'm trying to like figure my own shit out, but like I feel it's such a healthy place. And I have so many boundaries now and I know what I want and what I don't want. And so I'm really just kind of like, come on. Like I raised how many children that weren't mine because their parents can't. Like I did all these things. Like, can I please 20 years of narcissistic abuse? Can I please just have my person? So
Right.
I think that's what's really frustrating for me right now. But I gotta just go with the flow and trust my angels and spirit guides and know that this one tells me I'm not gonna die alone with cats. That would be sad. I don't even really like cats.
Yeah.
That would be unfortunate if you don't like cats.
Right? Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna get emotional. It's fine. I'm not. Okay. But yeah, other than that, I really feel like I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just the divorce shit too. Like I just can't wait to be done with him because the sight of his face makes me
Right.
If you do that, you're gonna make me like.
I know I don't think I'm ready. That's why.
No, don't do it. I'm gonna puke.
Okay.
All right. This has been so fun. I'm so glad we did this.
I know, me too.
When your website comes up, where can we find you guys?
Oh, so the best way to get in contact with me would be Facebook. That way for those who have Facebook. So Monali, Monali, and then King, King. Or I will be getting the Naked Soul website.
Yeah, can
today.
we throw that to you and maybe you mention it somewhere or tag it
Absolutely.
somewhere?
Yeah.
Yep. We
Perfect.
can throw it up on the social medias.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's our goal today is to get that up and out there and stuff.
We're gonna eat something.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
then-
I need to eat. I'm gonna eat you, and if you don't,
Oh boy.
And,
eat me.
yeah, and then we're gonna do that.
Right. What is your website going to be called?
Do you have the thingy yet?
No, but it's gonna be called I Hope the Naked Soul.
Yeah, we hope the Naked Soul.
But I will get that.
.com
today.
or
Yeah, we'll get that.
okay.
Today. And as far as I go, I'm not really going to be part of the business. I see myself getting involved
He's like
later.
silent, non-silent partner who knows how to do shit.
Yeah.
The left side of things.
Yeah.
You're
I
Mattias.
also feel like eventually we're going to be.
Yeah, exactly.
I also feel like eventually we're going to mesh. Like there's
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
I'm having a career change of some sort. I don't know.
Yeah.
Um.
And she'll do cards and stuff eventually.
Well, no. So that was what I was
yeah.
going to say. If people want to do cards, what I want to do is just charge a very small amount right now, just because I'm getting my feet wet. It would not be like going and having a regular reading because I don't want to do that. So I was thinking I'm just going to throw out like donation, Venmo me a donation, you know? So that's kind of where I am at because right now I don't need the money. I mean, who doesn't need the money, but I'm okay. You know what I mean? For Monali, this needs to be a bigger thing. For me, I'm just getting my feet wet and I just want to help people and have them know that they can come back.
And I think too, like for our international people too, like our international people, like we can Zoom, or if it's not Facebook, Zoom, or the best way to get in touch would be Lauren, have them message you and then give me their information and then we'll
Absolutely.
Get the technical part.
Yeah, and if they want a reading from me, they're definitely going to have to find me through you because there are a million Jessica Smiths.
Oh yeah, don't
even try.
Yeah, no.
You need to go back to Hoyt.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not going back to my maiden name just because
That's your
blends
kid's name
in more over here.
And it's your kid's name, right?
Yeah.
I really
plus my first name is so difficult for pretty much everyone to pronounce over here anyway.
They just can't say Lauren.
Yeah, they pronounce it really weird. They pronounce every single letter like Laurian.
Oh.
Or something.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. No one can really pronounce my name, so at least I have my last name.
Right?
Yeah.
Got it. So yeah, they'll definitely have to find me through you or Monali because
Monali's not as unique as Jess Smith.
No, it's
Right.
not all as unique as Jess Smith. Jeez. Yeah.
Okay.
I want to know
Well,
before we wrap up. I want to know, what was your favorite movie? Like, I want to know.
Yes.
oh, yeah, my favorite movie ever is definitely Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Nice. That's a good one.
Yeah, and I have so many, but I always circle back to Terminator 2. That's
You guys, can I change
that's
the
yeah.
answer to your? Mine is dances. Took me a minute to
Ah.
think. I'm like, I knew I had one. I just couldn't think of it. Now it's on. Yeah.
Yeah.
How fucking spiritual.
yeah.
I just like wouldn't see that coming.
Oh,
Right.
Would you?
No.
It's like someone being like, I just really love the Sound of Music and I watch it like every
No.
4 days.
So a huge Sound of Music person. Like, I like it.
I
but-
just watching Dancing with Wolves for me would be like watching paint dry. Yeah. Yeah. Give
Well, you
me
can watch any movie. Apparently,
I can't.
Oh.
The ADHD is so strong I can't. And then
Uh,
fucking this shit's happening and I just can't.
So anyway, that was my last question I wanted to ask.
All right. Well, we're gonna wrap this up. We hope to see you guys at our live
You'll be
Madness
back.
event
That's
on
for you.
Twitch. And this will be posted on Tuesday. So we're gonna go ahead and thank everyone who did show up and participated and played with us.
Yeah.
And
Well,
do you
they
have
said played,
anything?
that's so what we did.
Do
I know.
you have anything you want to say?
I don't think so. Do I?
Do you?
No, I don't think so.
That's a no. All right, you can say yeah.
We're gonna
Yeah.
challenge you.
right.
What do you have to say? We're practicing the throat chakra.
What's the
What do you
first thing
wanna
that comes up in your head?
Windows.
Oh my god.
No.
So eyes, windows, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it's just what's in
Right?
front
Something
of you.
that's clear. Yeah, I'm with you. Whatever.
Wow, that was good.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Yeah, wow, that was good.
All right. Thank you guys so much.
Bye, guys.
Yeah.
It's so
Joining us
fun.
and
Oh my
working with
gosh.
us.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
And we will have to do this again sometime.
Yeah.
I know. I'm wondering if we should start our own podcast called Hot Mess Spirit Express.
Definitely. Oh my god.
What?
do it. I think that's amazing. The fact that you just climbed up on your couch like a cat. Wow, that was super impressive.
The Hot Mess
Yeah.
Spirit Express. Oh, I just had epiphany. Okay, I gotta go eat something because I think my blood sugars are low.
All right. If you need any help with that website, let me know.
Thank
Oh,
you.
sure will.
And
Yeah.
we'll talk to you guys later.
Hey, love you.
Thank you. Love you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Well, that was it. Thank you for listening. And we'll be back on Tuesday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Next week. That's 90.
90.
90. Hitting the 90s. All right.
Oh,
Yeah. All right. We'll be back next.
yes.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to the Roasty Toasty Ghosty podcast.
If you kind of liked our episode, follow us on the social medias. We are on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Roasty Toasty Ghosty Pod.
And Twitch at Roasty Toasty Ghosty Podcast, where we play live Mad Libs every month.
Consider supporting us on Buzzsprout, where you can find deleted content and our entire movie night lists.
We hope you enjoyed this episode just as we enjoyed making it.
And we'll be back with another one next Tuesday on a podcast provider near you.
Goodbye, Matthias.
Goodbye, Lauren.